Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Nada Fatih. In this video, I will tell you about history and evolution of Apple Inc. Apple Inc. is a multinational technology company based in Cupertino, California, which designs, develops, and sells consumer electronics, computer software, and online services. Products by Apple includes iPhone smartphones, iPad tablet computers, Mac personal computers, iPod portable media players. Software produced by Apple include the Mac OS and iOS operating systems, iTunes media player, Safari web browser, and iLife and iWork creativity and productivity devices, as well as various professional applications such as Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and Xcode. Its online service include iTunes Store, App Store, and Mac App Store, Apple Music, and iCloud. The history of Apple. Apple Inc. is a Silicon Valley company based in Cupertino, California, which is engaged in computer technology. Apple helped start the personal computer revolution in the 1970s with its Apple II product and has advanced it from the 1980s to the present with the Macintosh. Apple is famous for its hardware such as iMacs, MacBooks, iPod song player device, and iPhone mobile phones, and currently with a tablet PC known as the iPad. Some copyright software is also able to compete in creative fields such as Final Cut Pro video editor, Logic Pro voice editor, and iTunes song player, which also functions as an online song store. The evolution of Apple Inc. The first is the Apple I. Known as Apple I, was the beginning of personal computers and was said to be the source of ancestor of all Apple computers in the later period. The computer was designed and built handmade by Steve Wozniak, and Steve Jobs was the one who had the idea of selling computers. This Apple product was first shown to the public in April 1976 at the Homebrew Computer Club in Palo Alto, California, and went on sale in July 1976 at a price of $666.66. Assisted by one more friend of Ronald Wayne, three of them began to produce the computer. By using various methods including borrowing a room from friends and family, selling various personal processing, scaffing, and a bit of cheating, Jobs manages to get the components needed for production, while Wozniak and Wayne made these computers. Complete and sent in June, they were paid as promised by Paul Terrell. In the end, 200 Apple I units were produced. The second is the Apple II. The main difference with Apple I is the TV display, which is totally designed where the display is stored in memory. In this way, the monitor can not only display text but can also display image and ultimately color. At the same time, Jobs emphasized a better cases and keyboard design with the thought that the computer had to be complete and ready to be turned on immediately. Apple I almost like that, but users still have to install various components and write code to run BASIC. Making a computer like that will cost a lot of money. Jobs began to look for cash, but Wayne was a little hesitant because he had failed the company 4 years earlier and finally left the company. Jobs finally met with Mike Markula, who guaranteed a bank loan of $250,000, and the three of them formed the Apple Computer Company on April 1, 1976. With funds of new form design, Apple II was released in 1977 and became a computer that is usually associated with the emerging PC market. Millions of units were sold until the 1980s. When Apple went public in 1980s, they generated the most funds since Ford went public in 1956. And then the Apple III. In the early 1980s, Apple Computer faced increasing competition from other companies. Apple Computer's main rival is Commodore, but this did not last long. After the mainframe-level computer manufacturer, IBM, entered the market. Although Apple II has been declared ready for the platform because of physical, Apple is still preparing Apple III to rival the PC version of IBM. In December 1979, Steve Jobs and Apple Computer Group technicians toured the Xerox PARC laboratory and witnessed my research from Xerox. They demonstrated the GUI on the Alto computer. At the time, Steve Jobs realized the importance of a GUI on future computers rather than using a text-based interface. In the cooperation pact, Xerox gave Apple access to use the facilities owned by Xerox for 3 days to compensate for the exchange rate of shares, which at that time reached $1 million. During that time, Apple scientists studied the twists and turns of the new GUI or WIMP interface to produce the first Apple GUI-based computer and were named Lisa. It is just that local integrated software architecture of Lisa can be regarded as a failed Apple product because even though Lisa is already equipped with a mouse and GUI. Lisa is priced very expensive, around $1,000, and Lisa is not compatible with previous products, namely Apple II, so failed to penetrate the market. And then Mac II. After 3 years since the success of Mac 128K in 1987, Apple relaunched Mac II, which was added with the installation of a floppy disk slot and also uses hard disk as a data store. Besides that, Mac II is also supported by 8-bit or 256 color video. Macintosh Color Classic, the first Apple computer with a color screen, a smiley icon, and sound and contrast settings throughout the monitor screen. Portable Mac released in 1989. This ancestor of the MacBook sold for around $6,500, weighed 6 kilograms, and was also equipped with a trackball and equipped with a battery that could last long 10 hours. TEM or 20th Anniversary Macintosh. TEM had been promoted through the film Batman and Robin and already has a sound card and remote control. And then iMac. It is said that through this iMac, Apple can rise again from the bankruptcy that has been in it for 2 years. And Mac Mini. One product innovation that many people judge is insanity because it is produced without using a keyboard, mouse, and monitor, released in 2005 at a price of $499. And then Apple TV. Apple TV went on sale in March 2007. The first generation to be marketed is equipped with a 40GB hard disk. 2 months later, Apple TV is marketed with a 160GB hard disk version. When the 160GB version was marketed, the 40GB Apple TV was no longer produced. In September 2010, Steve Jobs announced the second generation of Apple TV. The size of the second generation Apple TV is only a quarter of the previous generation. In addition, the price is only a third of the price of the first generation Apple TV. The second generation Apple TV can run similar data to the previous generation, but leases are charged. The second generation Apple TV is produced with 8GB of flash memory. And then MacBook Air. Stood as the world's thinnest computer weighing only 1.5 kg, the thickness of the front is only 0.16 inch and the back of 0.76 inch. Interestingly, the laptop casing is made from aluminum, which is easily recycled, and its components are made from harmless materials. An iPhone 3GS. In January 2007, Apple entered the mobile phone market by introducing the iPhone, which will be released the same year in the US. At the same time, the company's name will also be cut short by removing the word computer to represent the company's product diversification. And the last is iPad. iPad can be used for browsing the internet, watching HD movies, podcasts, reading digital book up to as an iPod complete with built-in speakers. iPad is equipped with a 9.7-inch screen that supports multi-touch. And thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.